My day-to-day life as a footballer was challenging and rewarding at the same time. It feels like you're going down one path and you just, I guess, heading down a tunnel, and that's all you do every day. Live and breathe football, and it gets a bit repetitive and it becomes challenging when things aren't going right and heading the right direction. You feel like you're left out and you're left alone and no one really cares about you. And I don't think it's intentional for it to be like that, but it just feels like that. To be honest, this is the toughest moment, I guess, of my career regarding getting back into the league. So I'd like to say back then, when I was at a high, I felt invincible. I felt like I could do anything I put my mind to. And the reality of football is that it's either you're up at your highest or you're down at the lowest. There's no in between. I am chasing what I was when I was 17 to now I'm 24. It's quite shocking to say that I had more experience when I was 17 playing on the pitch than I do now that I'm 24. Yeah, it's tough to cope with being replaced. For me, it's the biggest, I guess, demon that I've had to battle with because of my injuries. Feeling that what I contribute is sort of worthless in a way, because you know there's someone else that I guess the coaches think that can do the same thing as you can. The injuries that I had have definitely humbled me and brought me back down to earth. At the start of my career, everything skyrocketed at Sydney FC, and I got to be a part of Australian young Socceroos, and I really enjoyed that. And I think I got ahead of myself and took football for granted. And now I've really had a lot of challenges. I had to face a lot of difficult things in my life, and having the support from my family and my friends really made a difference. The hardest thing about having injuries affected me more mentally than physically, because I knew month by month I'll start, you know, gradually walking and then running, but mentally I'm not doing what I love. I'm sitting in bed just thinking. So you just get into a state where nothing matters. You don't care about anything anymore. You feel like you're sort of worthless, and it's a really bad state. Concentrating on what I feel is best for me, and sometimes I feel that's selfish, but in football that's the way you have to be to achieve the goals you want. Now that I'm out of the system, it's hard to manage my time, because all I've ever had is my time managed for me, as I never had to plan anything. Everything was already planned for me. All I had to do was turn up to training and train. It's more, the support system is more so when you're involved than when it's hard to explain. So when you're involved in a team, the support system is there. But once you aren't involved as much, you feel like it's not there. So it's basically put in structure to how you feel you want to use it. More so discussing things with family members, like with my mum. She's even while I have been playing, she's been talking about transitioning into something I enjoy. And I enjoy coaching, and I enjoy being around kids, and I enjoy just seeing them develop and learn new things. And I think that may be something I want to pursue in the future. So you can say, oh, I want to study, or I want to look at life outside of football, but putting it into action is the hardest part, and that's what I'm facing at the moment. Psychologically, the impact of not knowing is extremely difficult. It's something you think about, probably not every day, but maybe every month or every 5 months, when you look at the days counting down on the calendar that your contract is going to expire. For me, that's what I was doing in Brisbane. The past year, I was just going, when am I going to sit down and talk about my future with this club? I think mental health is the biggest topic in football, or one of the biggest topics in football. It's something that never gets addressed. Some people may be battling a lot of things that no one knows about, and you just never know. That's the thing with mental health, you just never know. But the biggest thing is having support. Yes, I am. I'll be honest. Yeah? Yes, it's been difficult. When people ask me, I'll, depending who it is, I'll say, yeah, it's not too hard, you know, I'm just figuring out what I need to do, I'll be back. it's a 50-50 thing. I think if you are successful and you contribute a lot to the team, then I'll say as a club, they care about you. But once you're forgotten about, that's when you may feel as a player they don't care about you. Transitioning is what I'm going through right now, and just trying to figure out what is the best thing to do for my future. It's not the same as it used to be, but you appreciate it more. You appreciate it more when you're forgotten. And I think if you can take that into any scenario in your life, you'll be fine. Because in the end, all that matters is being happy with what you have, being happy with your friends and family, and enjoying what you do. And if you can do that every day of your life, that's all that matters.